Hi, I'm Debbie Howard, Chairman of the Carter Group and co-founder of the Living Best Professional Community. Today, we'll be hearing from Dr. Stefania Bandini. Dr. Bandini is a leading walkability expert in the world. In her work at the University of Milano Bicocca, she's a full professor of computer science and an expert in artificial intelligence with a career spanning academia and research institutions worldwide. Through her over 10-year collaboration with Japan's University of Tokyo's RCAST, the Research Center for Advanced Science and Technology, and her fellowship with the Japanese Society for the Promotion of Science, or JSPS, her knowledge and experience has been enriched and further underscores her expertise in spearheading multidisciplinary research, combining AI, agent-based simulation techniques, engineering, and management. Our thanks to Dr. Bandini for being with us.
I am Stefania Bandini from the University of Milano Bicocca and a scientific collaborator of the Research Center for Advanced Science and Technology at the University of Tokyo, Japan, developing research, experiments, and direct observation of complex phenomena at the laboratory of Katsuhiro Nishinari-sensei. I started studying the demographic impact on our society in 2009 in Japan during a visiting period at the University of Tokyo, solicited by colleagues about the need of a challenges cross-disciplinary scientific effort to face an aging society. My first reaction at the beginning was very, very negative. And because maybe I suffered about the mental model of ageism, like many people. But thanks to my very patient collaborators, I started to discover the potential of this topic to test and improving my research, interest and issues, and the social economic impact that longevity produces. I started and I was convinced of that. In particular, the field I work on regards topics like artificial intelligence, agent-based modeling and simulation, affective computing, and the dynamics of complex systems, in particular the behavior of pedestrians in the cities, the crowd phenomena, and its management. The increase of the number of older adults in the city and their access to services is a challenge. And this challenge is for the development of new models to study walkability. What is walkability? It is the measurement of the overall walking and living conditions in a city, extent to which the built environment is age-friendly to the people which is walking, living, shopping, visiting, enjoying, or spending time in the city. Namely, develop technological solutions and innovative strategies involving private and public institutions to sustain an active aging and the inclusion of the citizens by enhancing the level of walkability in terms of accessibility, comfort, safety, and security. Our studies, in synthesis, the studies regards the new shapes of the city of longevity, longevity, like the title of our main project. And our focus on the new development and use of digital technologies for collecting, analyzing, and use data from observations, experiments involving aged people, and new related computational models. It's very, very grounded research because you need data coming from reality. For instance, we used wearable sensors that are very, very important technology now, and we wanted to understand the affective and emotional reaction of older adults during their walking in the city, and the use of AI techniques to analyze the collected data in order to discover, for instance, the level of stress of the people during their fruition of the street. For instance, in road crossing or collision avoidance of mobile obstacles, the increasing number of bicycles or other little objects that are moving, or cars, or so it is very, very difficult for aged people not to be stressed by this increasing complex phenomenon. About the topic of products, the design and the development of products or solutions, I have to say that the commercial diffusion and the low cost of wearable sensors and their integration in the fruition of the infrastructural facilities, now all is connected with all, represents a new scenario for the development of a new generation of technologies to facilitate the fruition of services, for instance, mobility services, buses, metros, and so on, for all the adults, and could give meaningful suggestion for both industries and public administration, because it is impossible to divide this kind of entities. Public and private must collaborate. So the products and the design of new services could be very useful, both for the production, for the business development, and also for the design of the strategies for public administrations. Age tech product development for an aging society could be one of the acceleration engines for our demographic future. Developed and developing countries, and I can mention briefly only two main directions. The first is offering an aging well environment for longevity, considering the diffusion and the access to digital technology. That means the market. Second, offering, and it is a very, very important point in order to face the intergenerational conflicts that could arise, offering the opportunity for young generation to be employed and work in new form of production with a balanced distribution of wealth. So the development of new technologies could, in one shot, solve generations' problems, in my opinion, because the creation of working place is very, very important. Moreover, another topic involving the distribution of age tech is the focus on caregivers. This is becoming a crucial topic within this framework. In many countries, especially in Europe and Italy, the diffusion of informal caregivers from family to badanti, this is the name we use in Italy, but now it's very, very international, is very, very large. People need this kind of informal support, and their help is now indispensable. Development of dedicated digital technologies devoted to these workers is an urgent need. And in the scientific jargon, we call it to think about diets, never separate the needs of aged people and the need of their caregivers, both in the case of people that is coming from outside and the family themselves. For instance, in this topic that is very, very crucial, the European community, through the program New Generation EU, designed and is developing the context of the National Recovery and Resilience Plan after pandemics, and is supporting Italy in a strategic project named Age ET, that it is Italy, that the title is a novel public-private alliance to generate socioeconomic, biomedical, and technological solution for an inclusive Italian aging society. And the title is very, very meaningful, and there is a lot of money on that, where an entire package is devoted to support caregivers, from professional to informal and family-based. In my opinion, the awareness about the impact of an aging society in our near future is not balanced in all the countries in the world. Japan represents a unique case in the world where the problem of an aging society is well rooted in the awareness of the population, and where the support of technology represents a valid direction for alleviating problems. So Japan started at the right time. Other countries are late. The economic impact of the pension system for the increasing number of the retired people because of their longevity is the first alarm for many government administration, and no investment have been done to transfer international results of the topic on the production system. For instance, the development of digital solutions. Many countries are late. Many countries in development now, Middle East or other, they are running. They are running because they became aware just after the publicity, the advertisement that the countries started to give, and for the international recommendation. But I think that Europe is a little bit late in that. International initiatives to meet needs and solutions must come out from the academic environments and face the market, collecting success and correct mistakes. And they are welcome to develop a real necessity to build the city of longevity, in my case, and in my studies. But all the aspects of the living of aged people and the support for the families could pass through age tech development. Yeah, and the other point that I'm sure that you will stress during the conference will be the fact that inside of the research labs, everywhere in the world, there are a lot of treasures, research, solutions, and they don't percolate inside of the production. So instead of inventing something new, it is very, very important to scout, make a scouting activities, because maybe that many, for instance, I make you an example. You can have a very, very good solution made by a PhD student, that is a fantastic solution, but when the PhD has finished and the students become a worker, this research sometimes is lost or swallowed in the digital libraries. This is another point, is to have some solution for a better collaboration between the results of the research. For instance, in your case, I developed this research on longevity. I published a lot of work with Mishinari Sensei, but I have not so many opportunity to explain what is the real result and how these results can believe the reality. So initiatives like yours could be very, very welcome in this direction. And scientists must use a more comprehensive language to illustrate the benefits of the results of their research. This is other couple of points that could be stressed.